Welcome back to Let's Play Amnesia, a machine for pigs. If it looks a little brighter this time, I found out there is a setting on the capture that lets me apply a filter, and one of these settings is gamma correction. So I think the recording is... I tinkered with it until I got it to be as close a match as I could. I have the in-game gamma set to the recommended setting. At the start, it gives you a gamma bar and says slide it until the one rectangle can be seen and one is faintly seen, and that is where I have my gamma set. But it appears that the recording is a fair bit brighter now. It's 1.15 times normal gamma, so it's... I mean, not normal, I mean above the default, but due to monitor differences, they can't have what is the, quote, correct gamma. It's gonna vary for each person and their monitor. For example, the previous recording may have been perfectly bright for somebody out there. If so, I apologize if I just made it too bright for you. But when I watched the recordings, I could see, but I was having to squint a bit, and you know, that's just not pleasant. The recording was coming out the recording was coming out moderately darker than the images on my screen, so having the knowledge of how to fix that now should improve the quality of future recordings. A little bit of a frame rate drop there. I'm going to tinker with... it's all of these steam jets. Fun fact about graphics, smoke, steam, and gaseous particle effects are very draining on the system. You'll notice that many games will, many as in lots of, not many as in many games, like small games. Lots of games you will notice a slowdown when large amounts of smoke effects are on screen. War games are particularly prone to this. Like, I've heard Call of Duty and games like that I've not played any of, but have heard that smoke screens and other heavy smoke particle times will cause a notable frame rate drop if you have all the related graphical settings set to high. Something broke. Spooky music, roaring sound, and I don't want to pull out my lantern because something's gonna eat me. Something's gonna eat my face. I like my face where it's at, thank you. Oh. Well. I don't suppose jumping would be a good idea here. I need a fuse. Felt like something was crawling on my ear, which is not a good thing, especially if you're playing a horror game. I clearly need a fuse. I'm gonna hope that one is down this way. Oh, note. I love notes. August 19th, 1899. Von Keigenbach writes of the Odin Force. Whilst that ignorant Charleston Blavatsky pontificated upon the soul. They are both cretins. To think one would strive for such great heights without wading first through puke and entered, without standing upon an architecture of bones. Montezuma was the wiser, but here in our temples of steel I have witnessed the severed head of a man, recently trampled to death by a runaway carriage, immersed in a solution of the Brandenburg compound, open his eyes and cry, "Oh, where are my legs, sir? Where is my body? We are breaking through the barriers of death itself. Oh, my dead darling Lily, it is too late for you, but I promise you this, I will save our children from death, and if need be, I will wrench them back from the blackness of this with this wonderful concoction." What have you done, sir? You are clearly... Dead rats. Why are there dead rats? Sir, you are clearly crossing boundaries. Yay, that door will open now. Yay, there's... I was gonna say, well, I've lost my train of thought on what I was gonna say with the sight of that thing skulking off into the shadows. This fuse over here is what I'm after. I'm always worried in these games, like when I pick up an item and then turn around or do a 180, that there will be something waiting and just standing a foot behind me to scream at me and disappear. I do not plan on doing jump scare games. I'm gonna put that back out there again. I'm gonna leave Five Nights at Freddy's to people that enjoy that a bit more. A game built around jump scares is just not my thing. That is no offense meant to Scott. He's made some amazing games, and they're fun to watch people play. I just don't want to play it. But I have nothing bad to say about the creator of such games. Is there, everybody loves different kinds of games. Jump scares just are not.
Follow us, Papa. We know the way.
Jump scares are just not my thing. Not a game built entirely around jump scares. A good jump scare now and again does wonders for immersion and suspense. Man, look at that. That is a beautiful fog effect. From a design standpoint, the immersive qualities and ambience, even though there's a lot less items to pick up, I do applaud the design of the levels here. I do question why there's less interactable objects, because that was one of the shining things in the first Amnesia game, but I still applaud the design here, because this is just amazing.
Hold still, for God's sake, hold still, child. Don't let it get into your eyes. I'm gonna rinse it out now. There. It will be fine. You just need to lie down. Enoch, look to your brother. How many times have I told you not to play in the cellar?
Wasn't that just down here? I apologize for the frame rate drop when I have the lantern out. Oh, well that's certainly...
I told you he'd come.
Fallout-ish.
Extraordinary. Quite extraordinary. And you built it all. Good God, man. You have been busy.
It is wonderful how tragedy focuses the mind. What else was I to do? Fall into grief, pine and fade in my hopelessness? Why not then simply die in that jungle amongst those dead temples?
Okay, so that's the end of that recording. Why do you have bulkheads in your home? It depends on the machine. I don't know what this machine does, so I can't make any kind of judgment call on the... Well, that's not moving. So many levers. I'm gonna hazard a guess that that's the bilge pump. Oh! Should I be worried? Yes. Why? Ooh! I almost think it's an elevator or a decontamination chamber. It's obviously. Oh. No. This one. Tell me that entire process was not just so that I could open that door. Gracious, if you have to do that every time you go through that room, like in life, that's gotta be odd. This room has a lot of hiding places in it that makes me slightly worried. More than slightly. Good bit more than slightly. It's doing a good job of keeping suspense because I don't know when something's gonna run out at me. Wait, nope. I thought maybe that was an item I could pick up and I was going to be... You know, it really creeps me out when the doors in your house start glowing, sir. I think that means they're loading doors. The collar, the neck, the noose. Such a fanfare. The Times wrote it was a splendid occasion. The bunting stretched for streets and the fanfare blew. A proud day for the family. What kind of family do you have, sir, where a hanging is considered a good day? A proud day. Well, it depends on who you're hanging, I guess, and, well, your personal beliefs on such things. Not starting that debate. A lamp that's not green. That is a first. I'm just gonna make a habit of turning on all the lamps.
And words can unfouled be.
Wait a second. You don't suppose that's the entire machine, like, talking to him? Make me clean. That made me wonder, like, if I'm fixing the machine and it turns out the voice is the machine. I don't know, that's just a... Nope, not gonna say a game theory. I'm gonna leave that to not mess with other people's catchphrases. I just had a slight flashback moment to watching other people's videos. Who is singing? Why are you in my house? This place is creepy enough without your singing. It seems to be getting louder. August 22nd, 1899. In America, they talk of building their cities to the skies. To me, this seems folly, but perhaps it is simply a case of a nation founded without a history of its own. We walk upon our histories. They are compacted into the very loam beneath our feet. The engineers we employed talked of this. They talked of how, when building the underground trains, they would often come across older tunnels crisscrossing the capital. What palaces lie buried beneath us? We are digging, excavating, and reappropriating. What we find at the center of the planet, my architect tells me, there is a great... What we find at the center of this planet... Oh, that's two sentences, sorry. At the center of this planet, my architect tells me, there is a great iron ball. It is the egg of the world. Yeah, not really iron, but, concept. Good concept. the inner and outer core of the plant. Why do you have teeth and more glasses? Those are teeth, right? I crouched too low. Chair. Don't. No chair. Yeah, those are definitely teeth and broken glasses. What worries me is I'm not sure if they're fake teeth or he's been pulling out people's jaw lines. Seems like the player in every one of these games has a very odd history. Who are you and what are you looking at? Whoever is probably behind that. October 11th, 1899. We integrate the very latest knowledge of chemistry using low levels of a laudanum derivative in feed to subdue the product even before the initiation of the process. Subdue the product. Sounds like he's talking about people there. This means that when we drag them from holding pens onto the line, they are less likely to panic and damage machine components, other products, or themselves. This section of the belt is sheathed in rubber and kept well lit to maintain good spirits, and we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the lines means we can use music to further soothe the product. We find Debussy particularly effective in this regard. Debussy, sorry. You're calling people, quote, the product. I think he's mechanizing people. Or attempting to. Or doing something to people. Is that where all the homeless people went? I mean, there was a whole Doctor Who arc about like capturing homeless people for such things. Then again, throughout human history, there's been very sad cases of the homeless and the ill and the elderly being rounded up for medical experimentation of a sort like that. Why are they pigs? Dead pigs. Bunch of dead pigs. I find that worrying. I did get a journal entry out of it though, so let's find out what it says. Okay, there's a good few journals, and we're at the 18-minute mark, so I'm going to save those for next time, and I'm going to go ahead and call this one. So I will see you next time. Okay, I can't leave this screen while the journal thing's open. Okay, there we go. I will see you next time.